Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Oh, welcome everybody to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I, myself, am Dr. Kush, and we are here today on a Tiki Tuesday. Not just any Tiki Tuesday. Not just any Tiki Tuesday, everybody. This is the Tiki Tuesday before Arizona Tiki Oasis, and it has got me inspired. I'm excited to get out there and shake hands with a bunch of Tiki people. I'll get to meet some of you guys in person. It's going to be a ton of fun. Very, very excited about this. So I figured I should probably sharpen my whetstone. Sometimes I can get a little, what's it, like a veal. I can become a little veal-like back here. You know, it's kind of my bar. There aren't a lot of mistakes I can make without, that cause any kind of big confusion or, have any kind of consequences. So I figured I would bring back an old cocktail of mine. We are going to be making a cocktail called The Living Dead that I created a while ago. Basically, the idea was I wanted to create a cocktail that was like an old-fashioned, but had all the elements of a zombie in it. So that is what we are doing today. You're ready. I did see a lot of you were a little concerned that you didn't have all the bitters. That's fine. That's just fine. I don't know if there is a lot of sort of switching in and out, but I will do my very best to explain sort of what to do if you want to continue to make this drink, even if you don't have some of the fairly specific bitters that we need in here. That's kind of the whole point of this. Either way, it's important. Just so you guys know, if you guys see me like bouncing back and forth, I spilled something on my foot pad that I usually have back here, and now I have to stand on the hard wood like a peasant. Let me say hello over here to my good friend Shawnee P. Shawnee Panabaker is in the house. Thought the cocktail looked good. Shawnee Panabaker looked at this cocktail. He said, I can do this. And then he got to those bitters, and dang, I outfoxed him. I outwitted him. Well, Shawnee, after this, I think you're going to want some of these bitters. Trust me. You're going to see some of these bitters. You're going to run out to the store. You're going to buy some of these bitters. Let the people at the store know that I told you that you should buy them. They won't know who I am. It'll just be confusing. Amy Beer is here, also missing the bitters. Sorry about that, guys. Espen thinks maybe just bring the whole bar. Want to make this cocktail? I totally understand. We will. We're gonna maybe we'll try and find some substitutes for these bitters. Amy Beer is going to look for white grapefruit next time you're in Phoenix. That is where white grapefruit comes from. It comes from the desert. DC Debbie Clark is here and ready to go. Winner of the 2023 Kush-Tucky Derby. Good to see you. Tiki Tom makes his own bitters. Problem with that, Tiki Tom, is bitters take like a month to make. This cocktail, you might not want to wait a month on this cocktail. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know you. Hopefully, I know that you have some time coming up. We will be hosting Tiki Tom's retirement party here at Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I think he retires on the 30th. That's not that much time, Tom. You got 1 week to tell everybody at work what you think of them. Let me say hello to our good friend, Dougie G. I will be going live from Doug G's hotel room at Tiki Oasis this weekend. So if you want to hang out with us, Saturday, big day on Saturday, where we will be going live from Tiki Oasis. Dougie G is finalizing his Tiki Oasis outfits, as am I. I can hear furious sewing every night at my house because my producer is also finalizing some of her stuff. Stephanie Husband is here. She brought along Michael. We like them both. Good to see both of you. Espen enjoyed my shirt. Saw that a moment ago. Awesome shirt. Kushmaster. That's pretty good. Yes. Told the Kush tender that he needs to try this Hamilton Breezeway blend rum. What? Dang it. I have to check my text messages. If you guys have been trying to text me, there's a chance that I'm not getting them. Let me say hello to the UF Mark, our residence Gator, chomp chomp. April DeBoy is here, fret not. For all you big April Dubois fans, I know there's lots of you. She is here. So, phew. And then we give us a wow from Kyle Tender. Okay. A while ago, we'll go into a little lore about the show. This will be good in case we ever decide to do Kush Tender trivia again. It was a rousing failure, I think. I thought maybe people would know more about the show, and it just didn't work out. But maybe now we have more people that are ready. A while ago, I did a 7-part class on the 7 cocktails. The idea was that I was trying to find one. I was trying to sort of show everybody that in the end, there are only 7 cocktails. After that, it's all kind of a play on this. Maybe take a little from this one, maybe do it a little this one. It doesn't matter. I would show the original, the most basic version of the cocktail. Say we're doing the aromatics class. I would make an old fashioned. And then I would sort of zhuzh it up a little bit, sort of show you what's the next generation, like what a modern take on those would be. And then I would create my own, and I would create it as crazy as possible following those rules. Well, this cocktail comes from that class, the aromatic class, where I wanted to find a way to make an old fashioned into something much, much, much more fun. So that's what we did. This cocktail right here is called The Living Dead. It is an original cocktail of my own, trying to show that you don't have to just add a ton of juice into a cocktail to make a delicious tiki cocktail. What I've done is I have simplified, I have crunched all of the information that we need from a zombie and put it into the form of a old-fashioned. So, if you think you might like tiki, but have only ever had an old-fashioned and are not willing to try anything else, hey, I got a great drink for you. It's called The Walking Dead. No, it's not. It's called The Living Dead. And we're going to be making it. So it does call for a few different bitters. But bitters last forever. So if you're going to buy some bitters, if you're going to buy anything, if you're going to buy anything for your bar, I think bitters is the way to go. So let's get into it. We are going to be stirring this cocktail. So get your stirring vessel ready. Let's just adjust this camera a touch so that we're not all top heavy. There we go. How about right there? Maybe we'll just tilt it. Oh, look at that. They give out awards. They give out Oscars for amazing directors of photography on YouTube channels. If they do, I'd like to put my name in there. Right here, we're just going to be stirring this guy. There is a lot going on in this cocktail. You're also going to need to prep your glass. We're going to do that right here. This is the glass we're going to be putting it in. Normally you don't see a lot of tiki drinks big on the rocks. You just don't see it. Today you are. Keep tooting my own horn. Put this up here. Oh, let's prep our glass first. So we're going to prep our glass by rolling some liquids into it. So what we want to do is get a bunch of big flavors that don't need a lot of substance. They don't need a lot of, what am I trying to say? We're going to be putting in some big flavored liquids into this. We're going to start by adding something called Herbstura, and we're going to make Herbstura live on camera for the first time ever. Nobody's ever made Herbstura live on camera ever. That's not true. We want to take 2 of these guys right here. This right here, although it does say, this right here, although it does say Sam and Dave, it is not, in fact, a mystified version of our friends, the Bitter Barons, Sam and Dave. No, in fact, this is Angostura Bitters. And this right here, his friend, is some absinthe. Put those 2 together, and you have yourself some Herbstura. That's it. Go ahead and put a couple of dashes right into your glass. Like I said, not much. Just now I've overcorrected. There we go. Like I said, not much in the way of liquid in this. Just a little here. We're going to give that a little spin until it coats the outside. You should smell a lot of those woods, the Angostura, all that, but you should also definitely be getting a ton of absinthe. That's what we have. So we'll put that off to the side. That is now prepped. That is now a prepped glass. Then we're going to make the rest of this in a different stirring vessel, specifically this one. We are going to be doing 2 different types of rum, 2 different types of sweeteners, and 2 different types of bitters. Easy to remember. 2, 2, 2. Let's start with our rums, because normally we would start with the least expensive thing first. But today we're going to start with our most expensive thing. And this is our Smith and Cross. Now, you don't have to use Smith and Cross traditional Jamaican rum. You do have to use an overproofed rum that is from Jamaica and that has a little bit of color to it. Right? See that color we got right there? That's what we're looking for. It's got to be a little overproofed. It doesn't have to be 151. In fact, it shouldn't be. This one comes in at 57%. That is 114 proof. That's what we're looking for here, folks. Want something like that. And we only need 1 ounce of this. So find yourself a dark Jamaican overproofed rum, something like Smith and Cross. Go ahead and throw that into your drink. If you've never had Smith and Cross, you have not lived. You basically, I think, if you have not had Smith and Cross, there's a good chance that you can go back to the hospital from where you were born and convince them to tear up your birth certificate. You've never even existed. That is, I do believe, that is a law in some states. You should definitely try some Smith and Cross. If you haven't gotten your hands on Smith and Cross, it is time to basically live. Now's your time to live, folks. Right here, we have our next rum. What we want is a Caribbean rum. Now, I have oodles and oodles of Kiss rum at my disposal. Is Kiss rum the best rum you can put in this cocktail? Legally, I cannot answer that. But is it a rum that you can use in this? Absolutely. What you want to do is you want to read the back. You want to find here on the back anywhere that it says that it is from a Caribbean island, or if you're fancy, a Caribbean island. You want to find some Caribbean roots to this rum. This one is coming from the DR, so technically it counts. You want to find a little age on it as well. If you want to go very easy, find yourself a Bacardi 8, Bacardi 4, a Flor de Caña, something like that, something in those warm Caribbean seas with that hot Caribbean sugar. That's what you're looking for. But we'll be using Kiss rum. This is the Detroit Rock rum. And we're going to be putting in 1 ounce of some Caribbean rum. Excellent. Now, why have we split the base? Well, I'm glad you asked. I could hear you all collectively asking, why have we split the base? I'm trying to keep this as close to the zombie. Should have had more to say about that. Well, we're trying to keep this as close to the zombie as possible. In the zombie, those are 2 of the rums that they use. They use an overproof Jamaican, or just basically they use a Jamaican, which are usually come overproof, and they're going to use an aged Caribbean rum. It's a very nice combination to start any kind of drink, but for this one specifically, it's perfect. Che perfetto bello. Okay. Next thing, let's get into our sweets. Let me just do this real quick. Yes, Dougie G says Detroit Rock rum comes from the Caribbean island of Detroit. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. That's how they get their cars made so fast. The ocean air makes the cars go vroom vroom faster. Bootopia, good to see you, Bootopia. First of all, GE to you. Gene doesn't drink. True fact. I've met Gene. I've been yelled at by Gene Simmons. It is a fact that Gene Simmons does not drink, and neither does anybody. Neither does anybody in KISS, which is why they have to hire people to make their cocktails for them. Yes, I will tell you the Gene Simmons yelling at me story sometime. It was terrifying. Terrifying. Okay. Next thing we need to do, because we are building a cocktail that is like an old-fashioned, and in an old-fashioned, there is bitters, booze, and sugar. That's exactly right. We need to put some sugar in here. We have two different sugars we're going to be putting in here, two different sweeteners that we're going to be putting in here. Both of them show up in the original zombie. I'll show you what we got going on here. This is cinnamon syrup. You can tell because it looks like a cigar floating in there, but trust me, that is a stick o' cinnamon. And then there's this guy right here. This is grenadine. Splitting the base on this as well. We're trying to cram as many ingredients into this cocktail as we possibly can because the zombie had 1,000 ingredients. 14 or 15, depending on who's making it. We want to go ahead and grab our grenadine. We need a splash. What the heck does that even mean? Why do we even use things like that? When I say splash, what I'm saying is a less than 1/4 of an ounce. All right, so you want to find your 1/4 of an ounce marker. I got one right here. You want to find your 1/4 of an ounce marker, and you don't want to hit that that thing. You don't want to hit the line. A little less than 1/4 of an ounce. So that is a little less than 1/4 of an ounce of some grenadine. Paul Bellinardo says, Paul Stanley is a huge Burgundy wine drinker. Used to be. Used to be. The whole band does not drink anymore. My buddy sold him $1,000 in French vino. When? Oh, my goodness. Maybe they just didn't want to drink with me. Gosh, learning so much about how much the band Kiss does not enjoy hanging out with me. Maybe. I did not myself see Paul Stanley. I did get my picture taken with him. And he didn't yell at me once. Not even one time did he yell at me. Gene, on the other hand, I didn't know. Yeah, listen, maybe Paul Stanley's out there still drinking. Claims he doesn't. Next thing we need to throw in here is some cinnamon syrup. Now, if you look on most websites to look up what goes into a typical zombie, you won't see cinnamon syrup just written right on there. You'll see something called Dawn's Mix. Dawn's Mix is a mixture of grapefruit and cinnamon syrup. So we're going to use cinnamon syrup in a much larger way in this cocktail than we normally would with the real zombie. But we need a sweetener, and this is a good one. We're going to be putting in 1/4 ounce of some cinnamon simple syrup. And I think we're looking real good at this point. I think well above average at this point. Now, we need a couple extra things. We already have the cinnamon syrup in here. We need to find some way to get all of Dawn's mix in here without using juice. We don't want any juice in this cocktail. I have found a solution, everybody. I found it. It was a eureka moment. I was walking through a store and I came across these guys. These are Grapefruit Bitters. Put them right here. Grapefruit Bitters. Kind of fun to have this guy behind him too. It's him dancing. This is Grapefruit Bitters right here. They are almost empty, which means that I do use these an awful lot. That is the best endorsement I can give for having Grapefruit Bitters. I think Grapefruit Bitters goes in anything that has Campari, that has Aperol, that has any of those big flavors. It's going to bring out some more of that grapefruit flavor. I was in a bar recently, a bar called The Good Lion. Good Lion in Santa Barbara. Great little spot. And they made me a Papa Doble, and they used grapefruit bitters. And I'd never thought about doing that. And now it's the only way I'll take my Papa Doble. So it is the Hemingway daiquiri. So I do think it's important that you grab some grapefruit bitters for at some point for your bar. We need 6 dashes of it. Seems like a lot. It is. A lot of big flavors. It is a lot. But 6 dashes of some grapefruit bitters. Feeling good in this neighborhood. Now, one ingredient we're going to be putting in here that does not show up anywhere in the original zombie. And that does kind of break the rules. But I made this a number of times, and it was just always missing something. Just a little magic is this guy right here. This is the Bitter Cube Bitters. These are the Jamaican number 2. What the heck is the Jamaican number 1? I don't know. I have literally zero idea why these are the Jamaican number 2. Says it right there. When I have not been able to find the number 1s. I think the number 2s sold better, and then they were like, screw it. Let's do a little mystery. It's like all those people that said they did that prank in high school where they would get 3 pigs and paint 1, 2, and 4 on them and then let them loose in the school. And then the whole prank was they found the first 3 pigs, but where's number 3? I think that's what's going on right here. I think this is the mystery of number 2. It's very nice. A lot of big tropical flavors. What is this going to say what we got here? Grapefruit juice. Okay, geez Louise. Sugar, spices, lemon peel, hibiscus, vanilla bean, all kinds of great stuff. We just need 3 dashes of some Jamaican bitters. Dang. Oh, Amy Beers found it. Okay, number 1 on Amazon. Label has ginger on it. No thanks. Nope, I'm out. Maybe that's why. I think that at this point, Amazon no longer recommends ginger things to me. I think Ginger and I have a real battle royale going on. The Doug E.G. says the Good Lion is a good bar. It is, in fact, a great bar. Yeah, it is a great bar. Paul, can I substitute Tiki Bitters for the Jamaican? Yep, you can. The Imanuawalulu. These ones? No, those are Boston Bitters. Well, I have the, yes, you can, whatever. Listen, I'm no stickler. I understand that I created this cocktail, but there's always room for improvement. And if you guys are finding, it's better that you make the cocktail with slightly different ingredients than make it perfect, than not make it because you don't have everything perfect. So yes, I think that the Bittermans is the good stuff. Ginger and allspice are number 1, which would be featured in my Living Dead. Okay, well, dang, I did not know that that number 1 was so easy to find. Ginger and allspice sounds awesome. Ginger doesn't sound so great, but allspice sounds good. But we're going to have to find the number 1s then. Maybe that'll become part of the next Living Dead. Maybe we'll call that one The Walking Dead. I don't know what we're going to do. This right here, my friends, is basically the cocktail. We do want to give this a big stir. I have some stirring ice here. These are all my mistaken pieces of ice. Get this going here. Drop you here. Bloop. And we're going to give this one a big fat stir. There is a lot of big boozy rum in here. That 57% on the bottle of Smith & Cross will affect the cocktail. It will make it so that it's a little hot. So you do have to sort of cool this one down. So don't worry too much about overcooling this one or overwatering this one. Obviously, don't be silly about it. But do make that ice as dizzy as possible. Give it a nice little trip around the glass there. Yes, looking good, looking good. Okay, all right, doing good. Pretty good. Then we're going to give this one more little spin here. There we go. And we are going to decorate this with a little bit of ice. Throw your ice here. Lots of ice being used in this. It is a Cook Tender original. Throw this to your glass. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right, put this here. Now this right here is the cocktail. However, I believe that I would be thrown right out of my own show if I forgot something on the zombie. And the thing that I've forgotten so far is...
It's a floater.
It's a floater. We're going to need a floater. We're going to need, everybody,
it's a floater.
A floater. We can't do this without a floater. What kind of floater are we going to use? I will tell you what I'm here to do. Very excited about Tiki Oasis. Okay, what we need to do is we need to get a floater going in here of some 151.
It's a floater.
It's a floater of 151. However, because there is no juice, let's just look for juice. We find the juice. There is no juice. We got no juice. No juice in here. We can't just float 151 on top of more booze. That is ridiculous. All right? That's ridiculous. That is silly. We instead need to find another way to get it in here. And the way we're going to get it in here is with one of these guys. This is called an atomizer. Now, I'm going to use my platform, I think, for something that is near and dear to my heart. If you're ever at a store called Bevmo, turn around and go somewhere else. First of all, I think that's important to know. Second of all, if that's the only place you can go, and you see these little atomizers, do not buy these atomizers. They are horrible. I have 4 of them sitting right here with good stuff in them, and they are broken. And they've been broken for a long time, and they have screwed up some of my shoots before. Do not buy these atomizers. Can I tell you any more about them? No. I don't know what they are. Don't buy these. Find better atomizers. This right here is like the best atomizer I've ever had. It's plastic. It's awesome. Do not buy these silver ones. They look cool, but they are hot garbage. I had to moments ago just switch everything out. I had to like throw away some squid ink. It was a whole issue. I mean, really, guys, it was bad. It was bad just moments ago. I hate throwing away good stuff because the atomizer didn't work. Okay, we're not just going to be spraying this on top. That's not the idea. Move this out of the way. We're doing some tiki stuff. We do want to make this a little bit more dramatic. So even with the fan on in the bar, we're going to still try and get this going here. We're going to light this right here. Get a nice big flame. And then we are going to atomize this right on top. I feel good about that. Now, before the internet erupts with angry cries of, "Kush, you just burned out all the booze in there." That's fine. There is plenty of booze in this cocktail. This is mostly booze at this point. There's a little bit of bitters, which has booze in it. There's a little bit of simple syrup. It does not have booze in it. This, it doesn't matter if it's burned a little bit. All right. What we want is the smell of that 151. We're using the Lemon Heart 151 in an atomizer. That's what we want right there. So don't worry too much about that. Now, we do have to decorate this one. It is the tiki cocktail after all. Even though I claim myself in the tiki tribe, this is not my favorite thing. So we're going to go ahead and take just a little bit of lime. I have an old lime right there. And we are going to repurpose this lime into just a little quarter. There we go. Right there, we're going to throw 1 lime here on the side. And because this is a zombie, we're going to be throwing in a little mint. Now, we no longer, it turns out I cannot keep spearmint alive. I just can't do it. Got a whole nother dead plant right here. I didn't even introduce you guys to him because I knew it was not long for this world. But I do grow chocolate mint. This is chocolate mint, and this stuff is like a weed. This stuff refuses to die. We're going to take a little bit of this chocolate mint. We're going to give it one of these. All we're doing is breaking open those capillaries. We're just sort of getting all that minty smell out of the plant. And then we're just going to shove this one deep into our cocktail, and there we have it. Let's give it a spin. It's important to make your mint dizzy after you have beaten it up. So beat up your mint and then make it very dizzy. And there you have it, folks. That is what we call a Kush Tender original. I don't bring a lot of them to the class. I don't know why. I have lots of fun original cocktails, but I find it easier to talk about other people's cocktails. Maybe that's a I don't know what that is, but I got a self-worth issues, probably is one of those things. But this right here is one of mine. If you do get around to making it, I would love to hear what you guys think. If you guys have a improvement on it, you say, honestly, I think all of it is hot garbage. Maybe start from the beginning. I would also like to hear that. Either way. This is the Living Dead Kush Tender Original. Cheers. I think it's very good. Kyle, do you want to come taste it and give us a? It's my cocktail. So, Kyle, would you like to come taste it and give people a rating while we're doing this? Tell me about your Kush Originals, and I will talk about them for you. Yes, I will. Honestly, that's a much better idea. I like promoting other people. Not self promotion is not my thing. Says the guy that puts his face on T-shirts and then sells them. Dougie G always enjoys a Kush Original. Thanks, buddy. Tiki Tom's gonna have to remember to try the Flaming 151. It's kind of a cool trick. It really just gives like the smell of 151 versus the rest of it. Barkeeper has good atomizers. Barkeeper has good everything. There's nothing I've ever bought from a Barkeeper that I did not think was spectacular. Okay, Kyle, do you want to try this? Just you can't take it from me though because I want the rest of it. But you got to give me a glove, ga like or ga hate. That's a glove. We got to take that as a glove. I do want it back though. Please don't. Oh, now I got nothing to drink. I'll bring it. I'll make another one. I just want to drink this one. Anyway, guys, Kyle tried to run out. That is the class. Now, let me remember to do this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment on all of these things. Each one of those things helps the class. If this helped you at all, then I'm not asking for much. Just a like, a subscribe, a comment, and a share. That would help me out a ton. And then I'll play the music. That's that. Okay. Back to business. The business this week. Tiki Oasis is this week. I am leaving tomorrow. So we will be, I will be gone. Kyle will not be making the trip. He will be staying at the bar. So we would do a whole Kyle class, but he refuses to talk on camera. Anyway, I will be at Tiki Oasis. So we will try our very best to go live from Tiki Oasis on Thursday. That's the plan. We would love to go live on Tiki Oasis on Thursday. If we cannot, I will let you know that we cannot. But we will be going live from Tiki Oasis on Saturday. My goal is to not only get your favorite people from the chat to come and hang out at Tiki Oasis and talk to us, but also I would love to get I'd love to talk to some people. Maybe we'll schmooze. I got a few days to schmooze and get as many fun guests popping in and out of Tiki Oasis as we possibly can. So that should be a very fun show. That is what we got. Low Carb Cocktail Guy misses the one cocktail class where I did something low carb. That is a bummer. And don't worry, you don't mess everything. Oh, missed everything. Yes. The Low Carb Cocktail Guy showed up the one class that I do, or it showed up late. The cocktail class I do low carb, mostly just rum. Good to see you, pal. That is what I got for you guys. I am very excited to meet some of you, to see some of you again, and to go live from my hometown and its very own Tiki Oasis. I think that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and comment and all this stuff. We love having you, and we will continue to do this. We will be back here on Saturday. And then in the next couple weeks, we have the Kush Tender. What's it called? The Kush-Tucky Derby. Kush-Tucky Derby. Be a ton of fun. Check out the Kush-Tucky Derby. That'll be May 11th. I will start sending out invites for horses this week. Sorry, beginning of next week when I get back from Tiki Oasis. When we get back from Tiki Oasis, that's when the Kush-Tucky Derby really starts. Please, I'm going to write you guys, I'm going to write my patrons first. Patrons, the Patreon people, you're going to get first crack at a horse and a heat. Let me just show you what we're doing. as soon as the show ends, I have to go do work, and so I'm trying to make the show go as long as possible. This is Kushtaki Downs right here. This is Kushtaki Downs. These are the horses. There is a blue horse. Let's just put them in here. Maybe this would be better. Okay, yeah, there is a blue horse. There is a red horse, a yellow horse. There's a black horse, a white horse, and a purple horse. And they will be running in heats. They'll be running in heats. And the heats will have 4 different lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the horses will run like this. Let's give you guys a preview of exactly how the horses will run. Hopefully we have some batteries in this. So we're going to start here. They start to run like this. Put these guys up. And then we'll pull this, and the horses will go. Oh my gosh, they're off. And there we have it. Red is in the lead, but orange is very close. White is doing horribly bad. Your orange may take it, but it's red. It could be red. It could be white. It could be purple. It could be black. What is it? It's red. It's red. Red number 1. Oh, I got to put these up. Dang. Well, either way. So you need to pick your horse and your lane and your heat. That's what I'll be asking from you. So when I say heat, that's which race you run. We'll be running at least 4 races, and there are 6 lanes, and there are 6 horses. That is all I got. Okay, I gotta go to work. Always a pleasure, my friends. Be here for the Kushtaki Derby on the 11th for big time wins, and I actually have a prize now. I've been very bad at prizes. DCW Clark demands new batteries. I think these are new batteries. I think they died during the year, and we will, trust me, we will have everything ready to go for the Kushtaki Derby for DCW Clark, and her chance to go to repeat. Be huge. Be absolutely huge. That's all I got for you guys. Until next time, how about you watch these patrons as they fly by on your screen, and I will see you, if not Thursday, I will see you on Saturday live from the Arizona Tiki Oasis. What do we always say?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
And the horsies say, and then Pee-wee says,
Are you? Bye!
bye.
Okay. I know you are, but what am I?
No!
Well, maybe.
Wow! That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender.
What? Okay. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
Give me your biggest, strongest, cheapest drink. I'm gonna drink a lot of beer and stay out all night. I'm gonna drink a lot of beer. I'm gonna drink a lot of beer and stay out all night.
Okay.